Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain. Today I'll be playing a little bit of Taxing Tiles. This was developed and published by GDO Games. Pretty much a one-man show. So, for what it is, it's pretty damn good. This was released in March 2024. Let's start a new game. I have been enjoying this. There's a few things I wish that could be improved about it. Maybe better clues regarding some of the unlocks. A little bit of less RNG involved with some of those, and really more music in the game. This one song is going to be haunting me for the rest of my life, I suspect. Now, what do we need to do? We are essentially trying to build up a land so we can earn tax, so we can send to the king, and the tax will get, well, higher each year. So here's optimal play. You start with grass, doesn't cost us anything, gets us a little bit of gold. We then want to rely on card draw. Now, card draw is really important in this game. It's very hard to reduce your deck. I mentioned this to the dev, and he's like, oh, but there's plenty of ways. No, there's really not enough ways to get cards out your deck. And when you get new cards, they are put into your discard. So you've got to wait for your deck to shuffle before you can really use any of your new fun toys. So that's not so bad. Then we're going to move on to the wheat field, which I will stick. I like to stick some little mountains in this bottom corner. So if I'm going to have those mountains, I'm going to want the wheat field here, I think, for optimal play. And then we'll use these trees to cycle the deck and get more grass. This is basically the best start I can figure out so far, because you always get the same starting cards. So we're going to turn. As you see, we got 25 from that. Now, you know what? I don't really want any of these, so I'm going to go for the coin, because that will at least take it out of our deck. I'm going to place down another wheat. And one thing that's been added is we can now see all the tiles we've unlocked. And there's some really fun ones. Annoyingly, the achievements are somewhat broken. For example, I've got Big Bunny here, and I haven't unlocked that achievement. Same with the fishing one. I've got the ship, but it hasn't unlocked the achievement. And it's really frustrating me, because things like the wizard tower, which can improve things around it, do not count towards unlocking the achievements for these items in the Steam. And it's a little bug which needs to be fixed. But the fun thing with this is that when it described it, was that the kobold was going to be a problem. It was going to be a menace. It was going to reduce your gold. But no, you still get gold from the kobold. There you go. Random storms to storm. They move faster than other creatures, 2 tiles at a time. I see no point in killing the kobolds. They're great fun. But rather than spoil it all. Oh, yeah. Other than fire. Fire is really annoying, because it's when diamond ore gets too hot. There is no explanation of how diamond ore gets hot, other than I think diamond ore lasting long enough turns eventually into diamonds, which really screws over one of the combos, which is, where is it? The standing stone. This upgrades ore into a higher version of itself, and it's a pain in my ass, because you keep it, you can start on just normal rock, you can upgrade to diamond, you can have the masonry or the mason of the mine, sorry. Wait, sorry, are those different? Yeah, the mason hut. Okay, I've not seen the mine very often then. Yeah. But you can use them to essentially lower the ore by 1 stage, that would knock it back down to gold ore. And then the standing stone would move it immediately back up to diamond at the end of its go. And then you have this sort of renewing resource, which is amazing, until it turns into suddenly lava with no warning and just burns the entire map. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. That's the sort of thing you have to watch out for, and this is, again, the thing in this game. There's a lot of stuff that's not really properly explained. I can understand, because you want to encourage players to experiment, and this is why I hate mountains, because they have a chance of giving you negatives. See, that was a terrible draw, because you only ever get 1 card draw. There's practically no way of improving that. I don't think there is any way of improving that, because unlike most kind of roguelike deck builders, you don't get so far and unlock a power or anything. No, you just have what you've got. Honestly, I feel like at the end of each year, the king should send you a boon, just so you can improve like a minor thing, like +1 energy or +1 card draw, something like that, or a rare card. So I have all this energy, which is absolutely wasted. So I have a completely wasted month. I really want the skip spell. It helps me out in the long run. So we go like that. We get the tree. And honestly, you can have whole runs die at the start because you just have really bad luck with your card draw. Oh my god. And with the rocks. Forge. That's lovely. But I want the carrots. The forge is really good, but I want the carrots because I want to try and make a big bunny for the achievement. We'll take that coin pouch again. We put that in there, and as you can see, when you get on most cards or tiles, when you surround them, they upgrade into the next one. Now, this doesn't apply to everything. As you can see, grass doesn't upgrade at all. There we go. And I do want those lakes. The grain silo would be nice if I had more grain in my deck, but it's really not worth it because the bunnies can summon from any kind of field, and they're absolutely devastating. As you can see, I don't have any items to destroy things yet, so that's not exactly what I'm after. I'll take more carrots. Lovely. Also, destroying the bunnies gives you the lucky rabbit's foot, which is a practically useless item. It apparently gives you luck, but there's no real explanation of what luck gives you. And it fills up a slot, which gives you no gold as well. If it gave me gold, that'd be fine. But I wish you could just get it and collect it at the side. Maybe like the equivalent of Luck Be a Landlord, things like the lucky rabbit's foot. They don't go here, they become collected items. Or it's a card you can play which gives you luck. I hate it's a tile. Lovely, we have the Mason's Hut. That's pretty much this game in the bag now. That is such a good card. Same with the Lumberyard. And this game actually gets harder the more stuff you unlock. Ooh. Ooh. Greats to me. I've never actually managed to use this. I really like Lucky Penny. I do have achievement to get like 20 luck. Okay, no, we're gonna just put that down. I'm probably gonna fail because of just... I'm not gonna get enough, am I? No, I think I'm stuffed. See what I mean? I've actually played quite well because I've had several bad months of no real decent cards. Transmute's useless. It's randomized. Oh, the wheat field. I need the... No, if I got the trees, we may have stood a chance here. I hope... I'm going to put these rocks down. I don't particularly want to, but I can do it as a temporary fix. Oh, the rocks. I really did not need a minus there. No, game over. This is so frustrating. We had a reasonably good starting hand. It's just we had really bad card draw. Can't pay. Restart. And again, see what I mean? Massively RNG. I can play optimally, but if the deck doesn't shuffle well, you are stuffed. And I think that is the big flaw of this game, is that reliance on RNG. Okay. That's really good, having that right there. Now, I probably could have gotten more card draw in that first turn, but I'm going to go for you. I'm going to start with this. Put that there. I'm going to spawn the rock there. Put that down. Lovely. Don't feel like this is... Oh, that's... Actually, to be fair, the rare ores are kind of useless because they have a chance of giving you ore, they still have a chance of giving you minuses. It would be nice, but I'm going to go for the meadow because that will improve the fields. There we go, and that extra 500 gold gives you a nice starting chunk. I'm going to go with the coin. I really want those carrot fields, but I'm not getting them. Do I put... Yeah, I'm going to put the rock down. I really want the mason. It was so annoying. I had such a good start. I just needed the rocks not to screw me over. Oh, potato field is best field, but it doesn't synergize with many other things. And that's the problem with this. There's certain cars that can do things, but I don't know why you'd want them a lot of the time. We go for the carrot field. I really want to get that fireball, but I really want to unlock some more stuff, which forces you into playing in particular fashions. Okay, there we go. Please give me the mason. Please give me the mason. The houses, you need, you get plus 10 for every additional house. So 2 houses will give you 10, 3 houses will give you 20, so forth. We'll take the carrots. But these don't just give you energy, they give you, well, when you put them down, ooh, yes, they also increase everything by 10. There we go, lovely. I don't want the grass though. And I have to kind of put this down. Do I put it there? I don't want to override the grass because I won't really get anything long term from that. I have no water. So I might as well put them down here for now. I want to keep them separate. I kind of want the bunnies to spawn near the carrots and leave my wheat alone. Yes, it just wants to give me flaming torches today. And again, useless card draw there. In fact, I think we're going to do really badly again just here. Reroll. Really good, but not what I need. I need to get trees so I can draw more cards. I'm getting stressed. Usually I get past the first year easily, but I'm just having terrible RNG here. Lake, I do want that for achievement, but do I go for it for today? You know, we're going to go for a reroll. I'm going to grab the mushrooms. Rock! And that's it, we're screwed. Unless I get... What's left? No, we are screwed. There is no way to win this. There's no way to win this at all. And that rock has just got more chance of doing harm to us than good. See? Useless. Absolutely useless rocks. See, if I got that farm at the start, we may have had a chance to finish this. All comes down to whether or not the rock screws. The rocks did well. We might just get through on the skin of our teeth. No, we failed again. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, we want to farm nice and early. Because what that does is it means all your fields count as 2. We go. Lovely stuff. We put down that grass. We put down the tree again. That gives us more grass. And we put down the tree again. That gives us more grass. There we go. Is it as good as our last start? Not entirely certain. Coin pouch. The 500 is just better right now. Okay. We are going for a tree run in this corner. Pow! Fantastic. I might want to... Technically, I may want to save this, so I will put down the rock first. Because it guarantees us an extra card draw no matter what we get here. Spawn farm, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But I am going to use the pouch and the other rock there. And the rocks are playing nice with us now, which is really good. It's forest! Oh, I can't turn that down. I just need it. It's just too good to turn down. That keeps us going. That farm's there. Nice. We're almost a third of the way there. Bamboo. I've been desperately trying to unlock the panda by having lots of bamboo. It doesn't work. The church is useless. You only gain 30 gold from it, which is not bad for a single square, but it costs you a lot to put it down, and it doesn't synergize anything. The graveyards, not besides the church, don't exhaust. It's all right, but then you've got to like constantly put graveyard down. Graveyards are one of the few ways of removing cards from your deck. The gem cutter doesn't do anything until I have a mason. Bamboo, on the other hand, draws cards every time it grows, which is fantastic. Because I don't want months like this where I have all this energy and I can't do anything with it. Here we go. Oh, crap, I can't remember. We already got a farm, haven't we? Yes, we did. Do I go for extra wheat or more trees? No, let's reroll. That's no good to us. That's no good to us at all. More wheat wouldn't be bad if I go for a... You know, I'll take a second wheat, just in case we go for a granary run. Because granaries eat up wheat and... but reduce their value by half each round. There we go. So that gave us 20. Isn't bad. There we go, that gives us 20. Forge. I need to see how forges work. I'm taking it. Spawn forest. Forest is good stuff. That fills up our hand here, but it uses all of our energy, but we're prepped for next time. And I think you can have like 6 cards in your hand or so. I can't remember what it is it exactly. Not great. Not great at all. I'll go for the skip spell because that will help us in the long run. I'm going to go for wheat and more wheat. I really want the carrots so I can get the bunnies, but I don't really need any more farms. Those will not be useful to us. I will spawn one more because I give 10 by themselves anyway. Yes, because you can't have multiple farms on the same bunch of fields. Now, I would really like a lumberjack. That would be fantastic. I will take the carrots. Those are good too. We're going to put the skip spell. We're going to start putting the bamboo down. Bamboo counts as... I think bamboo does synergize. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, because bamboos apparently are not fields and aren't supposed to be gathered by certain things, but they are supposed to be cut down. But I think this is still being affected. Again, there's a couple of bugs in the game which I could play for my advantage. Do I do that? If it doesn't work, then I'm wasted. Or alternatively, let's stick it up here. Let's start our bamboo fields up there. Put some trees down. Stick them here for now. Fun thing is, these can randomly upgrade these. Very, very rarely. That could be really useful as an exhaust as well. But that could help us. Okay. We're going to try the forge. Put it down there. Now, things like the forge, the ship, and various other ones, like fishing in the lakes and stuff, can add cards to your deck. However, they're in there permanently. Many of them are not exhaust. I had to have a little debate with the developer about having these cards exhaust, because they would just fill up your deck, and he's like, oh, but use these cards. It's like, no, mate, you don't get enough of them. You really don't get enough of them to be doing that. He just doesn't understand that there's very little deck control in this game. There we go. Good stuff. So, even though you can get things like fish and all that lot, because you didn't use to exhaust it, you'd fill up all this all your deck with all these energy-based cards, which were like, you know, draw a card, discard a card, gain energy. And there's a lot of traps like that in this game. There's a lot of cards that or areas that seem beneficial but actually screw you over, so you're better off working with the basics. Nice. Mason's Hut. We got the God combo. Nice. The thing which is really good with them is that, you know, I'll just... There we go. We've actually survived the first year for once now. Yeah, but the Mason Hut retains its value. So you just keep mining away these. It frees up squares and it keeps its high value each time. So it just gets better through the game the earlier you get it. Okay, we are going to put you there. Will get us the grass, which I'll put down here for free. I actually kind of want the church and the graveyards now. Those would be really useful. Or anything that can give me more energy. Oh, we're going to use the coin. Now, carrot field. Those essentially pay for themselves. Put down the wheat. We're going to hit the skip spell. I'm going to put the trees down. Lovely stuff. We've got the mason. We've also got the mushrooms. I am trying to unlock the witch's hut, which says, beware the mushrooms deep in the witch's forest. There's the bunnies. I wanted you over here, you goits. So that's probably going to destroy our run, because I've got no way to get rid of the bunnies. Reroll. Skip. Put these here. Start working on the masons, because that might be the only way to save our run. Bunnies are an absolute bane. You occasionally spawn foxes in forests, but usually your fields aren't next to your forests, and the foxes are so stupid they'll go nowhere near the bunnies unless they're within like a tile range of the bunnies. They won't chase them, where you can occasionally trap the bunnies off in the distance as well, because they don't have a very good line of sight either. Now, what was I doing? Yes, rock. Wait, that's upgraded into a mine. Huh. What is the difference between the two? Oh, gem cutter beyond. Okay. Nice. So it doesn't reduce it by 1, it just eats the whole thing, maybe. Alright, let's stick you there. And then I'll put another one there when I get the chance. Stick this wheat field here. Use the coin for free. Get that out of our deck. I hope I put the forge in the right location. I think the forge has to be... It is usually adjacent to the mason. But I don't know if diagonal counts. Graveyard is nice, but I'd rather have a church right now. Stick that there. Use the coin. Spawn the grass. Now I bet they're going to go up. Because there'll be absolute little sods about it. Yep. Flaming torch. Start leading you this way. Yeah, I think I've screwed up the placement of the foundry. It should be on that side. That's fine. I've learned something today. As long as I learn things for the next run, it's all fine to make mistakes. It's all a learning process. Now, we're already heading past the 20-minute mark, probably because of the runs earlier that didn't go so well, but you can sort of see the flaws and things the game could do a little bit better. Let's put it nicely. But it does have potential. It's definitely got that one more turn feel to it, which is really nice. Now, I've got a second bunch of bunnies. I don't need a second bunch of bunnies. What I need is this first bunch to go over there. Also, sometimes you can have bunnies spawn when you've only got one field or two fields. It's ridiculous, their chance of appearing. I've had whole runs get absolutely annihilated by them, just by the starting RNG being terrible. Oh, for God's sakes. Speaking of RNG not being good, stick that there. Well, it pays for itself, I might as well. And the coin pouch will move me ahead, because it is quite a big jump. But I will see you next time. We'll continue a little bit more of this.